Hello, everyone. It's John Phinney. I'm the CEO of Convergence. And today we're going to talk about episode 3 in the series on how to make great data decisions. We're going to talk today about getting the best return on investment from a data subscription or a data license. I want to start by talking about an often used metaphor to describe the data experience. It's sometimes referred to as the difference between cooking at home and going to a restaurant. You both have in your possession great raw material, but you're a novice cook and the chef at the restaurant is a Michelin 5-star winner. The experience that you're going to get when you eat the meal is obviously going to be quite different. The question really is it worth the price you paid? It's a very subjective decision. So today what we're going to talk about is some of the conversational pieces that you need to have about value, meaning the value of the experience that you're getting when you engage with a particular data provider. So let's start with the types of value that you're seeking to get around your data licensing experience, the decision support you need, et cetera, because you need to be able to describe to that CFO who's asking you about the return on investment, or your boss when times are tough and expenses need to be cut. They're going to ask you, do you need this data set? You need to be fairly articulate with an answer here, and we would lump the answers really into sort of 5 categories. One is, how does it impact your efforts to develop and generate new business, sometimes called sales? How is it impacting client management? Meaning, how is it keeping you apprised and abreast of changes with your clients that you can use to help make your client's life easier, thus making you a valued provider yourself? 3 is around risk management. How does the data that you're going to license help you not only identify but evaluate risk, particularly operational risk and commercial risk? For example, we study in the predictive science world what we call commercial termination risk. How likely is it that you might be terminated by a particular client of yours, and really the reasons behind that? Again, studying tens of thousands of these decisions gives us a statistical view on not only who might terminate you, but why. Again, insights, not definitive, but with high correlation value and statistics on our back testing, it's a conversation that's worthy of having. You may want to understand the impact that the data has on your efficiency and effectiveness. There's lots of ways to measure that. And last but not least is, how well does the data keep you informed of competitive conditions in the market? That could be head-to-head competition. It could be product-level competition. There's a lot of ways to define competition, but the value proposition for each and every data set that you license and acquire and spend money on, you really have to tie it to one of those 5 items. Okay, the next thing is defining the outcome if you don't have the data, which is the trick. As a former practicing CFO, I evaluated hundreds of data licenses, and I asked the very simple question, how badly do you need this data? Expenses are tight. Talk to me. And they give me a qualitative description of how wonderful the data is and why they want to keep it. But I'd ask them the question, if you don't have it, what is the impact going to be on the organization, particularly on you? And you have to think about those 5 items because the inverse may exist for all of them. For example, if you're finding a data set extremely valuable and helping you target more efficiently and effectively companies that need your services, and you no longer have access to that, it may increase your time to market. It may delay your ability to identify candidates. And more importantly, because first mover advantage is so critical, it may really degrade your ability to sell. but only you're going to know that. So you need to understand the value proposition. Now, each data company, type of data company, the collector, the distributor, and the creator are going to have different levels of support for you to work through that equation. For example, the distributor is likely not to have anybody. That's just not their role. They're a supermarket, they have shelving, they have product, and their job is to connect you with the user. And they'll let you do the conversation around value proposition. All right, so that's the distributor. They're out. The collector, far more limited. Again, their model is just different than the creator's model. The creator's model is unique because it's really trying to provide you with a specific insight against one of those 5 objectives. Let's look at, let's just say, business development support. It's vitally important that sales teams and client management teams understand what's happening, not just with their client, but around their client. What is happening with competitors of their clients? What type of commentary can you provide them? Are there trends that are developing that your clients may benefit from knowing? Okay, so the bottom line is the ability to really curate and provide an insight allows, if you will, the data provider, who's called the creator, to really have that ROI discussion, because that dialogue is going to be far more impactful, and it's really a partnership between the creator and the client, so that the client's conveying to the creator what it is they really need. So the return on investment becomes blacker. We've done multiple studies for our clients who have come to us saying, John and team, we have a very difficult budget review cycle coming. I value the partnership we have with you. I value your insights. I value your data and your whole approach. But times are tough, and we need to really get down and dirty with the value proposition. We always help our clients. We've studied, if you will, the pre and post impact of a client onboarding Convergence data. We often publish, and if you go to the Convergence LinkedIn page, you will see posts called The Value of Being a Convergence Client. We pride ourselves on ensuring that those return on investment metrics are being realized. The one we post most often is, how do our clients perform from a sales point of view compared to our non-clients? Very, very interesting analytic. I can't tell you with hand on heart that every single one of my clients outperforms my non-clients, but here's what I can tell you. Most of them do. As a matter of fact, most of them not only outperform their peers or their competitors, but they outperform the overall market. So there's something to be said for the experience and the ROI. You can't really get it from the collector. It's just not set up that way. Maybe you can get a little bit, but again, when we went through segment 2 and we talked about the RFP, and you're sort of thinking, I need that experience of that, let's say, outsourced DaaS, data as a service model, and you're looking at DaaS companies like Convergence, you want to test that. You want to make sure that they have what they claim. They have subject matter experts to cover those domains. And those subject matter experts aren't rent consultants, meaning they're not renting a consultant to have you talk to them so they can basically support your one and done request. The DaaS company model is around continuous dialogue, continuous support, data-driven insights, and the world is always changing. So at the end of the day, that experience, we believe, can produce a very powerful ROI, and one that you really need to get your head around. So I want to thank you so much for participating in this 3-segment series. I invite you to reach out to me directly at jphinney@convergenceinc.com. There'll be a link in this YouTube segment to connect with me and speak with me. So I invite you to do that, and I'm happy to pay forward the great knowledge that I've acquired over my career working for some of the most voracious data consumers in the market. So I want to thank you very much and have a wonderful day.